before we start staining and finishing, I want to put together my sub-assemblies. I have the two inside legs which need to connect the dowel and the inside legs footrest. And I also have my outside legs that need to connect to their footrest. And I'm going to attach the outside blocks to the bottom of the seat. I'm not going to attach the dowel stops yet. So to start all of these sub-assemblies, what I'm going to do is put in these nut and bolt mechanical fasteners again. So let's go ahead and put all of these little axles in. Alright, now that all of my mechanical fasteners are in, I need to glue this dowel in place. And then I'm going to use my sub-assembly jig here to help keep everything in place while I pre-drill and screw in my footrests. So let's put some glue in these two short holes. And I'll fit my dowel in. Flat on my assembly jig. I'm going to take a clamp, just going to squeeze that dowel together, make sure it's all the way in there and the glue's not preventing it from not going in all the way. Now, I need to mark out the location of my footrest. So according to the plan, I can mark it from the bottom of the leg, and I'm just going to draw it across for both the inside legs. Now I can take the footrest for the inside legs. I'm going to center it so these holes are right in the middle of the thickness of my inside legs. And the bottom here matches my mark. Once I have it in place, I'm going to clamp it. Pre-drill it with an 1/8 of an inch drill bit. Then I can screw it in. We want to use a screw that's going to be long enough to hold the footrest in, but we don't want it to poke out through the other side. So I played around with some different lengths and figured out the best possible screw. So now my sub-assembly is set for the inside legs. Now we need to flip it to do the outside legs. Just like before, we need to mark where the bottom of the footrest is going to be located on my two outside legs. And take the footrest for the outside legs, match it up with my bottom mark, align the holes with the center of the leg. Then I'll clamp it down. Now I can pre-drill these 4 holes and drive in those screws. So the inside and outside leg sub-assemblies are done. It should be able to scissor like this. Get this jig out of the way. And we're going to work on the outside block sub-assemblies. For these, all I'm going to do is first look how it matches up with my markings. And once it's there, I can pre-drill it and screw it in. This time we're going to need to use a different length screw than we did for the footrest because the distance the screw needs to go is a little bit longer. Again, we want to make sure that it's going to go all the way through our outside blocks and well into the seat. But we don't want the screw to poke out through the other face of the seat. So you want one that's long enough but not too long. If everything looks good, I'm going to put a little glue where the outside blocks are going to touch. Set it back in place, and I'll pre-drill and screw it in. So all of those sub-assemblies are complete. I don't have the dowel stop set on there yet, but when they're in place, they'll slide out like this. And these dowel stops will keep the legs from opening up too far, and we have a stool. So now I got to get everything ready for staining and finishing. So I'm going to have to remove my nuts and bolts, leave all the screws in, but all the nuts and bolts come out, and then we can do some touch-up sanding, and then we'll stain and finish everything before we put on our dowel stops after we fit everything back together again. It's going to be a lot easier to stain and finish when all these parts are separate rather than a full assembly.